good afternoon. Hello.
We can hear you. We can hear you, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Oh yeah. Okay, sir. Let's as usual. Let somebody pray for us. Now we can start off immediately. This is a minute to 12. Let somebody just quickly pray for us. Now we can start off immediately. Short prayer. Hello. Hello. Yeah, quick prayer, short one. Hello. Let somebody quickly pray for us. Hello.
Let us pray.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for another time. Thank you for the privilege of today. Father, accept our thanks in Jesus' name. Even we commit this person again into your hands. We are asking, Lord, that you please have your way. Teach us, instruct us, guide us, and direct us, even in the path of profitability in Jesus' name.
Amen.
We pray for our sacrifice. We ask that you increase them in wisdom and understanding. Thank you, Lord, for answering us. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. Yes, today, before we start, I want to quickly look at what we discussed last week. Going by our discussion, we said that before you look at the market, either you are doing a review for 1 year or for 1 month or for quarterly, looking at your daily chart is very, very important. And I told you what we saw last week, that we are seeing a candlestick that is signaling what resistance and a reversal, and the market reversed the week under review. And also there's a breakout of the 39,000 we predicted during the meeting last week. And the market, not only that, I will tell you that the momentum in the market is still positive, despite the little slowdown we saw on Friday as a result of profit taking, and also those big cap stocks that helped the market also were a bit flat for last Friday. For me, as you see potential that this trend we also this week is likely to continue in the upper week. That's why we expect a mixed trend next week because of profit taking, and also the economic data we're expecting to come from the Bureau of Statistics as concerned the May inflation also will trigger either a sell or more positive taking, depending on the inflation position. But I feel that the inflation position may likely bounce back to that the same 18.71 or even to 18.20. Fine. But let's see the figure further. And when it comes and it moves in the upward trend too, it's also, don't forget that it's also becoming a threat to the fixed income market, even a threat to the general economy. But for those in equity, you know that if you want to hedge against inflation, it is better you be in stock that has some what we call elasticity of demand. Even when there is increase in price of those goods, the demand for those stocks will still be high. And that means earnings will be very important here. If a company is increasing price, reducing quantity of their goods, they are about to post a better number. That means going into the future, as we are waiting for this half-year result, earnings will go to guide us. And not only earnings, there are 3 factors I'm going to share in this class today. Those 3 factors will guide you and I anytime we are taking decision on what to buy. If you can put that at the back of your mind, with other strategy you have, your tech analysis and all that, to that these 3 factors I'm going to give you now, it will go a long way to guide you on how to take informed, particularly when to buy. Buy is very important. Many investors, which I always repeat that, they know stock to buy, they don't know when to sell. But the good thing is that as a trader or investor, if you know when to buy and what to buy.
Hello, Ambrose. Hello.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Are you there? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Right on.
Yeah, the network is misbehaving. Yeah, like I was saying, the 3 factors that we'll be looking at when taking position in the market, we're going to discuss it at any time, because many of us know when to buy, you don't know when to sell. And there are these three factors of guide us to know what to buy, when to buy it, and when to sell. If you know what to buy, it's very important. What to buy is very important, and exactly when to buy and when to sell. For most traders or investors in the market, they just buy stock, they don't know when to exit. Also, they just buy and they know what they are buying. But if you understand this program I'm going to share now at this program, that also go a long way to assist you to manage your portfolio profitably. And that also boosts your confidence. Like what I was going to discuss in the masterclass, that when your result is improving, your confidence will improve. And if that means you will make more money. You can even transfer your skill to another person. But when you are trading without confidence, you will be dragging feet, even no doubting yourself whether you are making money. That is why this three strategies I'm going to share now will go a long way to guide you. But before I mention those three strategies that you need to know, let's look at the market performance on a daily chart. On a daily chart is very, very important so that to guide us to where we are going. Because I see a little changes in a trading pattern, concerning the changing environment also. You have to move with that pattern so that you won't be caught in a way. Especially now that market is recovering, you don't need to set a high target for your profit. You take a marginal one that will cover your costs and you make money and go in and out. That should be the strategy. And as I go back to the daily chart so that we can see for ourselves. Let me quickly go to daily chart. Okay. Are we here? Yeah. Are you seeing the chart now to speak here? This chart is a weekly chart, but I want to turn it to a daily chart. If you look at this daily chart here, as been displayed, this is an uptrend already. I remember when we discussed that the market resisted a big decline here from this hammer candlestick that shows you a sign of reversal and recovery, which market did. But if you look at this last trading day, which is this single day on Friday, see that this is a missed candle. It's almost flat, almost the same size with the previous day candle. Here, it's not giving you any information as we speak now. The market is at a crossroad at this point with this candle. Market do not go down, not go just like a flat market. What happened? What it lost again the previous day, almost lost it 0.11 that Friday. Again 0.10 on Thursday. You can see that the market is already flat. But one good thing that will interest you here is that look at your moving averages. A good trader should look at where is your moving average and the price action. This one is index action now. Index action is already above the 2 moving average, which is 14 and 20 moving average. That's that the market is already on the uptrend. But what is so interesting is that you look at when the lower moving average is crossing the longer moving average from bottom. It's a sign of an uptrend through, which we need to confirm on Monday. If you look at what is happening here now, see that the black line, which is the 14 days moving average, here is crossing the 20 days moving average already from the bottom. That tells you that this is a likely an uptrend on Monday. But because I said next week we're expecting we're expecting an inflation figure, and also we're expecting that there are some more match account that will come within that next week. This also will kind of influence what will happen in the market next week. That's why I said we're expecting a mixed market for next week. But this uptrend we're seeing or positive momentum, it might likely continue next week because we are seeing that every investor, traders are looking at the end of the quarter. We know that traders, especially fund managers, don't play with end of the quarter. And at the same time, we're betting that the earning season for half year will continue to start hitting the market in the month of July. On that note, people are already positioning. That is that this trend may likely linger to that end of the month. And if that happens, that means you and I should not panic in the market at all, rather we hold a position. But now that you are seeing an uptrend, it is when you are seeing an uptrend that you not look at stocks that are undervalued to position. Those stocks that they are rising, steadily, they are rising steadily, and their earnings, as we speak, is also in that up direction. And you see that those stocks are undervalued. These are the stocks you are likely to be looking at because your technical analysis for the trend is that these stocks are looking up. Market is looking up because when the general market is looking up, 50%, it has about 15% influence. 50% influence on the other stock in the market. That's why, as an investor, you don't ignore market direction. Traders, you don't ignore market direction. Now, market is looking up. That means you need to look at stocks that are also going up steadily in that direction, but as the earning power or any engine is moving up also in that direction. If that is what you are seeing, such stock is what you're looking at this time, because the earnings we're saying it's already at the corner. Don't forget that because we have said that when you see the divergence between earnings and price, it won't last. Price will look the way of earnings. And that is what we are seeing already in the market. That means if this company posts a better earnings in this half year, prices also will look that direction. That means we are likely to see market remain in this direction if the Q2 numbers we're expecting also beat what expectation. On that note, we don't have fear at all. That's why I said, let me show you this daily chart first. You can see that this is giving us there's no cause for alarm, no kind of panicking. Yes, the last trading day we know that is profit taking. I wrote before the market started that there might be a slowdown due to profit taking, which the market also confirmed on Friday. For that, we're going to panic. And you can see the moving average, which I've shown you, because as a technician, as you're looking at the index action, which is the green lines we are seeing here, it's up already. It has crossed above the two moving average 14 and 20, and which has also short-term moving average for traders. It has crossed the two up. This tells that the market is still going to go up. Now that the shorter moving average is crossing the longer one from down, which we want to confirm on Monday by God's grace, if that is happening and keep up, there is no cause for alarm at all. For me, the market is still strong and healthy. And don't forget that I said that if the market can touch 39,000 mark and even come down at that level, the market will gather more strength to surpass the high of the previous high of 42,000. Now it has even crossed 39 and above, hit 39,210 before coming down on Friday to 39,156. For me, there's no fear at all. All we don't need is let's watch our position, and the one that want to increase, we can increase them. So far, you go with this trend. I'm telling you that for any buying situation you want to tell, or any buying situation you want to do, look at stocks that had stocks price that is steadily rising and are not volatile. They are rising, but they are not volatile. These are the things you look at. You can see stable increase even when they side trend, but before they move up. Those kind of stock is what we should be targeting at this point now after this class. The next point again that you consider is that companies that are making money, or industry or sector that are making money, you need to look at them, because when a company is making money, they are about to grow their earnings. And when their earnings are going up, you need to know that the earnings will support price, at the same time support any payout we're expecting from them. Like I always say that company cannot give what they don't have. And when a company is posting red, you don't expect them to give you a good dividend. That means when they are trending up with earnings, they are making money, keep your eyes in such stock. The third one is favor stock that has undervalue intrinsic value. Stock that they are selling below their market, below their book value, and the market already has also undervalue them. That kind of stocks you're supposed to look at. Look at the stock you I said target one stock that is trending up steadily and moving, not volatile, but steadily trending up. That is the first one. The second one, company that is making money and earnings are looking up. They are growing their earnings. These are the companies that you should be targeting at this point. And another one is that stock that is undervalued. Stock that is on value, you will know through their P ratio, you will look at them. Now that you have seen their P ratio, you have seen they are growing their earnings. That is why when you say a company that grow top line by 20%, you look at 40%. You look at the price movement so far. Has it represent that kind of movement in price? If not, that stock is stock that you should also be looking at, because it's going to respond. Market is going to respond in that direction in due time. This is why you should target companies that are their engine room, or I call it earnings power, is going up. You see that they are making an uptrend in their earnings. And the last one there is stock that favored that is undervalued or grossly mispriced in the stock in the market. These are the things that you should target when we are investing. And also don't forget that with the last report we are seeing, they are likely to focus from the World Bank. We are likely to see some improvement in the economy if the economic managers will do to what the World Bank has guided them to will also boost our economic activities. Don't forget that in the last quarter of 2020, we had about 0.11 GDP. 2021 first quarter 0.51. And also the World Bank has gone ahead to forecast that our GDP this year is likely to hit 1.8. And that tells you that we are seeing potential that we can attain, especially with the crude oil price crossing $70 Not only that, they have in mind that also the reform in the oil sector, the oil bill, all those one will also boost the economic activities. Also, if CBN can also have what we call a unified exchange rate that is market force driven. If that is achieved, it's not going to be a positive for us. And we are going into the year. This just we're not crossing into the second half of the year. I see that all this will also do a good thing for the market and also for the company in different sectors. Even as we speak now, there are some companies that are benefiting from what is happening in the economy now, while some are complaining. You as an investor, it is time of what I call it sectoral rotation. You don't need to stay in one place and say you are there. No. Look at sector that things that are happening are really going to impact their bottom line. Especially if you look at our financial sector, there's already no expectation that sector numbers will improve going into the future. And their prices are really low. For me, they are grossly on their price in that sector. Most of them. You also want to look at that sector. We want to have just shared that with this trading strategy that we must look at stocks with steady rising in price or they are not volatile. That means if they are not going down, but they are trending, but they have not moved. Look at those kind of stuff. And companies that are making money, and who are going to make money? Don't forget that last week that the CBN has given ahead that the banks will charge about 6 naira 96 kobo for your transfer, and that whole money will not go for the telecom company. The banks has to share for it. Don't forget that the treasury bill have moved from even as low as 1.5 to almost 9.75 before trending down for the past 4 weeks now to around 9.64 about as at last this week now, Thursday after settlement. You can see that that kind of movement in yield is going to help the bank to make money. While also at the slowing down, it's going to also help the market if the yield gradually slow down. What happened in the matured market this week under review that because the yields are coming down in their long-term bonds, that is why I see that capital market there was up or stock market, even the fear of inflation didn't matter to them again. They jump into the stock also for them to make money and also to hedge against inflation. That means you also will do likewise over here because we know that our inflation is high already. That is why we're having a stagflation as we speak now because it's almost around 20. Once it passes 20, it becomes something else. But for now, we're still having stagflation. If that, so we can manage it as investor to see a stock that will give me more than 20%, even in capital appreciation and dividend yield. That is what will guide us to make our investment going to the forward. This going forward, and this for the daily chart. Then let's quickly go to the weekly chart on this platform before I go back to the other software. You can also look at here. You look at this weekly chart here. Don't forget that this is the candlestick that gave us sign that the market will reverse, which it has sustained for 2 weeks. And also look at the moving average we mentioned earlier. This is on the weekly chart. The smaller one is already under the 20 days moving average. Looking up, you have not touched it, but the point that is going to cross it is high. And this is for your technical on your moving average alone and index action. This is what we're seeing now. Then when we go to our sentiment report, that will give us more information and also the money flow index. Now that we're seeing little drop in yield in terms of treasury and all that, we're seeing fund entering into equity space. You ask yourself why? Because most of the fund managers knows that they are from month of July, most of these companies will pay interim dividend. They are taking position. And also check out all the high cap stock. What is happening there? It says that this price point is likely to support the market till the end of the year. Let me ask me why, and I'll tell you. Look at Dangote coming out to say yes, they want to buy back again. Go and check Nestle in the last 6 months. The major shareholder in Nestle are continuing to buy Nestle. That means those stocks, they want to keep that stock high. That means it's also going to support what the index on that level. And don't forget that what we won't keep quiet. Very soon they also start buying that one. All these capital control the market. MTN, because of their interim dividend, activity will also start improving there. Not only that, because of the performance of MTN, the numbers are good. People want to take position to benefit from going to the future because we know that the data market is increasing. Communication is important, and we have to drive our digital economy. For that, this high cap stock will maintain this open we're seeing in the market. When I said earlier this year that the market is likely to close positive this year, people ask me why. You can see why we are seeing the market to close positive. Earnings are looking up. Why prices are still current, we're yet to find the direction of earnings. Once price start looking in the direction of earnings, market will move up. Because if what we saw from this company in 2020, where we had recession, we had a coronavirus, they're able to pay good dividend. If they maintain these numbers we are seeing, most of these companies are going to surpass what they paid last year, despite who say they have to do retain, even when they are retaining some earnings, but most of them don't pay 100%. But if when they pay, what's that they are paying a good dividend? For me, I see a better dividend coming at the end of 2021. If this tempo of earnings growth we are seeing is maintained till the end of the year. For me, I don't have fear concerning the market as we speak now. Quick one, I want to go to the other software so that it gives us more information about the sentiment report and money flow for the week and for the daily chart. That is very, very important. Yes, looking at the weekly chart here on this software. If I take a line here and draw this a rectangle here, let me bring out here. I see that the market is just looking to break out another strong support level here down, and which the market is already in the circle. You can see where the market is now. Market is looking up. Once market break out this next resistance, the next resistance we are expecting the market is around 39,494. Once market break out this out again, that means market will go up. But if market correct that here and come down and touch this 38 again here, 38 here again, or 38,500 here, and go back, it gives the market a stronger strength to beat what? To beat this side up here if the trend continue. For me, second half of this year, we might see a better market compared to first quarter, because the more we are going into the year, the more earnings are giving direction what's expected. Investors and portfolio managers will be also reshuffling their portfolio in that direction. That it's possible that funds will start coming back to equity market. Don't forget that before now, a capital market, money market, and the equity market have been operating and still making money because they were having about 15% yield then. But now that yield is still low in the industry, that's why it's rising or is coming up. I still believe that capital market has the potential to give you and I a good return this year if we vet rightly and also increase their knowledge to know what to do at the right time. That means we don't need to fear at this season. Then look at the money flow index, which is very important for you and I. On a weekly chart, look at the way funds are entering the market on a weekly. Funds are coming back powerfully. Last week when we were discussing, the index was around 43, 44. There, today, as at Friday, it closed 48. Looking up sharply, say that funds are entering the market seriously, that you as an investor should not panic. This is what on money flow. Then we want to look at the sentiment report on a weekly basis. It's very, very important. You want to see what is the sentiment report? I will tell you the sentiment report is equally also high as we speak now. Look at as at the end of trading for the week, the price volume is at 82% against what? 18%. And the volume today is about 0.57. And see that it was a lower volume. Why? People are watching, but market is going up. People are not selling again. You want to enjoy the rally, and what people are taking position. It tells that market is finding its direction, moving on the right way. For you and I, just if you're in a good position, you need to wait. But don't forget that you have a target. Your profit target will always guide you. Don't be carried away that market is going up. Always know when to exit. That's many people I said they know when to buy, don't know when to sell. Or you have set your target when you are entering the stock. When that target is attained or is achieved, quickly sell off. Or if you see that there's potential for it to start going up, you can sell half of your position and take your profit gently. But when you see a market that is coming down, when market is right now, you manage your portfolio. You don't jump into a market that is coming down, because other people that you don't catch a fallen knife. Look at the situation where the market is coming down and look at whether the support level is being broken down and is broken down. That just watch it. Once you see that stability in your support level, you start jumping in. You don't catch a falling knife. But now that we're seeing the market is going up, you buy accumulate, and you accumulate gently in those stocks that you see that, as I said earlier, they're having stock price are moving steadily on the rise and they are not volatile. And also companies that that are making money. These are what will guide you, and that companies that are mispriced in the market. If you have this today at your fingertip, it will guide you. Even when others are rushing, others are, you know what to guide you. Whatever you hear, you go back and filter it, and also look at what to do with this 3 point I just shared. If you have that at the back of your mind, you don't have problem. For me, the market gaining 1.11 is good one for the market. Sustaining the momentum for 2 weeks, for me, is a good one. You don't need to panic. It tells you that despite the changing trade pattern, the investing environment, in the midst of rising insecurity, rising yield, inflation, market is finding its way up. Tells that our market is discounting all the information now. For you as an investor, don't be carried away. have a target because nobody has 100% control of the market. That means once you meet your profit, sell and also wait for another opportunity to enter. That is how to stay in this market profitably, and your confidence will be built gradually. And that's why the coming master class for July 3rd have been fixed, and that training is what improve your trading results that will also enhance your confidence. Once you have that confidence, when you are thinking that you are not panicking, you are training yourself, you are buying stock, you are buying materials, just to know that you are getting no experience under your belt. That at the end of the day, you become a better investor that also smile to bank with good returns. You know when to exit the market because you understand all the strategies and you understand all the signs. Because market will not remain up, market will not remain down. That's why the beauty of equity market, it goes up and down. That up and down creates money for what? For we investors and traders in the market. At this time, don't need to panic, rather you have to hold your position. And this for the market. We'll quickly go to the earnings side of our review. So I said that we'll be looking at one earnings before going to question and answer. We're looking at me and Baker for today. I'll quickly call me and Baker result sheet up so that we can start from there and quickly look at it before we start asking questions from the review, and me and Baker are going to review. There is this me and Baker. I want to start with the Q1 that we just released recently. That recent number. If we look at the Q1 number from me and Baker, we say this is a fantastic number increase. I agree with you. But I said earlier that we have what we call a criterion for investors that guide you to know this the company result is good or not. And that's why I said, like the point I gave you, the second point said, company that is making money and what are growing their earnings is very, very important. That means even when your charts to know that the price is going up steadily and the rising, fine. But you need to know, is the earnings supporting it, even on the short run, on the long run? Because when a company is making earnings that is going up, it's going to support the price, whether immediately or in the future. That will also guide you. And also, it's not that it's what is mispriced in the system or in the market. That these are the things that you should go from this discussion today. Now we're looking at this me and Baker. Me and Baker, their top line moved from about 1.83 to about 1.83 billion to 2.71 billion for first quarter alone. And this is their first quarter results. And look at the performance from 1.83 to tell you that this company is really bouncing back in terms of number, in terms of earnings performance. And you know what is happening in the environment, in that industry since 2019 to what is happening today, COVID-19 and other things today. You should know that activity there is improving. That means, and this is a sector that we know that the way government is going today, if more attention is given to this sector, stock like me and Baker, Fixing, GSK, even me and Nimet, from Adeco, all of them will start looking up. Why? Because if the World Bank, I've said it earlier in this program last week, that World Bank have released about $720 million for COVID-19 and economic recovery. And the governors have also met earlier to say, let's look inward and produce our own vaccine instead of importing all we need here. If that is reached and they agreed and they commence, that which sector will get from this healthcare sector. And don't forget that before now, the federal government have signed an agreement with me and Baker in terms of what vaccine production. That means they have what the facility, the equipment on ground. That means they will be even the fastest one that will start going to it and going to boost their performance and their number at the end of the day. That is what I want to draw attention on. Looking at the numbers we are seeing in terms of first quarter 2020, the company has not done badly. This is a good number. But the only thing that is my concern here is that when you look at the profit margin, it's very, very key. It's very key because when a company knows how to manage their resources effectively, it will also reflect on what they pay you and I have. If you look at the movement of this company, you are making about 2.71 billion and your profits are about just 247 something million. And compared to the previous year, have 42.7 or 42.8 million for that year. You can see that the growth is enormous from about almost 500% growth. Fine. But you look to take the company profit margin. The profit margin for this company for the year 2020 is just around 2.38% for that. But for this current year first quarter, about 9.15%, which is an improvement for me. And you know that in investors, I would say when a company profit margin is 10% and above, yes, you can say now it's almost close to 10% in their first quarter. We believe they are going to the future, they should cross that margin. for me, the EPS is not bad. I want to go down here so that I can see the other numbers. This is the investment figures here, investment of value here. You can see that the EPS for the first quarter is around EPS around 14 kobo from 2 kobo. You can see it here, and we're seeing a lot of improvement. Their book value is at 4.05 against 3.48. This shows that they are going somewhere already. For me, that is a pointer to where me and Becca is going. But we want to look at their second quarter is what we're expecting. We want to see the trend when they release their second quarter and their performance in the last 5 years in terms of their performance for last 5 years. Let's look at a trend that they have maintained for that 5 years in terms of performance. Don't forget that if you look at their performance, this one is 7. It's July 7, not 6. Sorry for that. This July 13 that they released their first the last one. If that is for 2016. Me and Becca released the result on the 13th of July 2016, August 1st, 2017, and July 31st, 2018, August 30th, 2019, and 4th of August. From this, they are releasing pattern. You should know that this company, second quarter result will be in the market within the last week of July and first week of August. That means as an investor or trader, you have to position this company now before the result hit the market. And only that the number is coming positive is high because nothing has changed in that industry in the last in this quarter. We are already in the last month of the second quarter. You know that from April to now, nothing has changed in the economy, and you can see that even there are more activities for them. For me, I see that they maintain their uptrend. If that uptrend is maintained, the point that the stock will go back to 5 naira and surpass it is high. Especially if the numbers beat expectation as expected as second quarter, that will go a long way to guide you as an investor what should do. That means, as we're discussing now, if you are in this position, you don't need to panic out. If you are not there, you can start looking the way of me and Becca as we speak now. Because if I look at their price movement, it has been a bit stable up, like what we have just discussed, that you can see the number is not volatile. It is when they mark down that I saw the price coming down. Now that earnings is looking up, that will likely to support their price up again. And I'll tell you, the price is still a fair value in the market for this stock to go up. These are the things we want to look at. But if you want to look at the profit after tax, so these are the things that are important to us, because every investor wants to look at the top line to see whether the company is eating into other market or is expanding its market. But if you look at this movement from 2016 today, you can see that there's what we call an up and down movement in their top line. For me, it's not a bad one since they are still maintaining an uptrend. You can see that it moved from 3.7 billion to 4.47 billion to 4.61, then 4.06 million and 4.07. It's an uptrend, despite that the little up and down between 2018 and 2019. This is a good number that we also should look at. But if you go to their bottom line has been on the uptrend since 2016 to date. And which is, we look at here, they are about 30 million to 94 million in 2017, moved to 264 in 2018, and then moved to 290. And now in the last year, which was 2020, their second quarter result, they had about 438 million as profit. For me, this trend is likely to be sustained, and that you and I should not panic out at all in this kind of stuff. All we don't need to just to watch that we know what is favoring them, the sentiment from the government, and also what is happening in the environment. On that, I see that me and Baker has potential to maintain what we're seeing in the market today, and that also support their payout going into the future. You don't need to panic out from your me and Baker position. If you go down to, let me come down here, to the investment ratios, look at me and Baker as I maintain an uptrend here. Look at the first 2020 second quarter EPS from 3 kobo to 10 kobo to 27 kobo to 17 kobo Then the last one was seen at 25 kobo. But this is an uptrend we are seeing going into the coming closer to the year 2020. And I believe this trend also will be maintained as we're expecting the second quarter. But what matters is that I've given you the date for expecting results to be the market. You have to look at it, and also what I'm showing you now. If you also look at their profit margin, is very important, because the top line and the bottom line we have seen already. The what matters again is what is the profit margin. Yeah, we have seen also their net assets have been on the positive direction. We are not seeing any deviation on their net assets. It has been an uptrend in their either fund or net assets, any way you want to call it. You can see that it's an uptrend. For me, it's a good one for the company. As we speak now, so last year, their net asset, which is assets minus liability, shareholders funds, about 5.8 billion, which is also good for me. It's not a bad one. That means you as an investor, these are the things you should also watch out for. But if you look at the profit margin, as I've said earlier, look at the trend. It moved from 0.81 to 2.02, 5 point. But it's only just last year it met our own criteria and invest data that your profit margin must be 10 and above, and that was seen already. That means this year, this second quarter, we're expecting this year might likely also be better than this. On that note, that means that's first the three strategy I gave you. If you want to buy, before you buy a stock, what you look at: the price of the stock trending up steadily, and also the company making money or growing its earnings, and the price that is mispriced on that value. If you have this at the back of your mind, with this number we're just discussing now, whenever you see another number you are looking at, these are the content that you should check out from that number. Once this is done, you are good to go. And I believe this is how investor that is smart and intelligent should also take advantage. Don't just buy stuff for buying. I said earlier that when market is coming down, you manage your portfolio. You don't just buy at that time because you don't have a falling life. When market is going up, take opportunity to look at stock that's going to go in that direction because of their earnings is looking up. I know the stock is on that value and the price is steadily on up direction with your technical analysis. That is how to go in investing. Now that we're seeing market freezing out a little, look at your strategy and maintain this. Add this three I've shared today to what you have. That will make you become a better investor. Your confidence will come up and your results will be also improve. Thank you and God bless you, sir. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ambrose.
Yeah. Any question from here? Yeah. From the review, from the earnings, and from the general markets, that we can continue our meeting. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Ambrose. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear you, sir.
Hello, Ambrose. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, are we saying the result from Mayor Baker is also giving rise to those in that sector? Because I can see that fixing is going up. It's about 6 naira now.
Okay.
Coming from about 4 naira plus. So I don't know, is it rubbing up on those ones?
Yes, they are all the same sector. I can see that the same thing is happening and they are in the same sector. Their numbers are looking up because of the sentiment. And not only that, there are a lot of activities there now that also, even the other companies that are affiliated to the company, to the healthcare, are able to benefit from activities. For me, this is the time to be, if you are in fixing, you are in Mayor Baker, you are in GSK. If not that Nimet, they are proposing their right issue and private placement, all those stuff. Also, you can be there if you're a long-term investor. This sector, for now, is where we should put our eyes, especially for long-term investor. And also, traders should take advantage of movement with your technical analysis.
Okay, this Stanbic, I think they did a markup yesterday, markdown yesterday. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, what is the position? What's the position? Is it advisable to buy into Stanbic now, or just watch and wait?
For traders that didn't take a position for the bonus, pulling back is an opportunity to buy. But if you are there, you are taking your bonus. You also have to wait. Once they come up again, it becomes a profit for you. For me, Stanbic will still go up. Especially, don't forget that Stanbic is also entry paying dividend bank, and we expect the dividend to come, from first week of August, because all those entry dividend bank will come in August. They don't come in July because they need to audit their account. One can take position for that. When it comes, it might likely go up. And also, we expect what I said, that the banking sector will benefit from a lot of activities happening. If that is achieved, we'll see a better number coming from the half year, because a lot of things happen with this compared to what we saw in first quarter. I see a better number coming from the banks into the second half of the year. Yeah. if you want to take position, you can jump into Stanbic. There's no cost for that. Go straight and buy.
One more question. Honeywell.
Okay.
I don't understand. Yesterday the price was just going up. What happened? Is this anything going up Honeywell?
I know the market to make money. Say you don't understand. The market is going up. Like what I just said. When you see a company that earnings is improving and price is going up stably, what kind of cause a distortion for the company price is when the issue of First Bank came around. You know that stock has touched as high as $1.56 kobo before that news came. Now they declared their full year. People have seen their performance, and their first quarter is also around the corner. At the end of June, we'll see their first quarter in July. That also will give investor insight. And I told you that a good investor, you don't wait to see number before you invest. You invest ahead of the number because every investment is against expectation. People are already taking position ahead of that. And also don't forget that they have declared 7 kobo already for 2021 financial year ended in March. That is all that is pushing the price up. And you are here when I was discussing that a stock that is trading up steadily and at the same time making money. And you know that sector, despite the adjustment in bread price, and there will be activity because bread is a stable food. People want to demand, they will buy. And even when they adjust their price, it's going to also impact on their bottom line because when there's increase in price and they reduce the quantity of what they are doing, they want to add more. That's why the cost of production, they will be at top because there's already a markup in what they are doing. For me, I see that sector that into all those kind of business, flour mill, Northern Nigeria flour, not to have good earnings, Dangote sugar, because these sectors are where the activities now. There is consumption, whether there is poverty in the land, people want to eat bread.
Hello, Ambrose. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, the other speaker, please. Filson closes 5:10. Filson is not yet 6 naira.
Yeah, 5 naira. 5:28. I know that. Yeah.
Yes, 5 naira 10 kobo.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we've seen the response from Honeywell, but flour mill, which is almost the king in that sector, is not yet responding, and we know that we should be expecting flour mill results by the end of this month. They are meeting, I think, around 25th of this month. That's when they are going to.
Yeah, you have said it all, and I believe the price can change between now and the end of this month. You know, they have the end of the month to release the result, but I don't know whether they give them a release. They didn't follow the rules that they didn't release. They are unaudited before the end of April. They also release the results before the end of May. Whether there's an extension for them by Nigeria Stock Exchange, we don't know. But since they are meeting for board approval on the 25th of June, I believe that before the end of the month, the result will hit the market. And I believe also when results come, it will attract attention of the market. We expect that the number will be positive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then Unilever, I can recall the other time you told us Unilever went down because it wasn't criteria.
Hello, come again.
I mean Unilever.
Okay.
About last week tanked down and is picking up like yesterday. I think it added 60
for this week. It's picking up for this week gradually, but not
yes.
Gradually, I can see it coming up this week.
Is there any information
about it? One of our members in this platform have asked that question last week, and I said because of what we are seeing that most of these foreign investors are unable to press back their dividend, they might likely increase their stake. That what happened in Guinness, in Nigeria Brewery is likely to repeat there. Also, you notice that also PZ have been in that up direction too. The activities also in PZ this one. For me, there's nothing to that is strange or new apart from foreign investors increasing their stake. They see that potential already. And also look at their first quarter result. There's a little improvement compared to what we saw before. It also is a clue that where they are going. But let's see their second quarter before we conclude. But for those that are thinking long, that are there, you can still hold on. But if you want to move to where you can make money and come back to Unilever, you can equally do that too. But if you are long-term investor, you are there for now. Either you are in a huge loss position, you can still hold on. But if you are not there, don't look away now. Look elsewhere for them. For long-term investor in that position, you can still hold your position. But for fresh traders, it's not the way to look at now, but I don't see it moving. For traders, don't look the way of Unilever now, unless for investors that are thinking long.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Yes, your hand is up, and your name here is on Opera. Be Opera. Your hand is up. Go ahead with your question. Yeah. Hello. 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 Your hand is up.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, I want to confirm. Did Jai's mark down yesterday?
Yes, they marked down yesterday.
Okay. Then
about 6 stock markdown during the week. BOC gases, Skyways Aviation, Better Glass, Jai's Bank, and Stanbic IBTC. They are name insurance. They all marked down for their dividend, during the week. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Please, concerning Nen Africa, I found that there are only a company that is making in that sector. Yes, their price is going down. Is there any negative information concerning them?
Your question is like you are ordering this. People are calling me. I tell them from their numbers, I'm not afraid. It's market forces that is going. If what's it called? University Press is selling for £1 almost 56 kobo, and this is a company that just changed their financial year 2 years ago to March from December, and their numbers are positive. Don't panic if you are there. Just hold your position and watch. We expect their number to be to come out and look good, and dividends to come with it. So it's market oscillation. You know that on Monday it was up, on Tuesday it came down, on Wednesday it went up again, on Friday people are taking profit on it, 9% a day, 8% a day, 10% a day. They are trading on it. Just watch. If you are there, don't panic out. But if you are targeting 10% and you can sell and will. But for us that I buy and sell signal, we're already waiting for that because we're taking position before now. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, Ambrose, let me ask you a question.
Hello?
Apart from Mayor and Baker, what other stock do you have for this week?
For this week, that will come towards the end of the class. We have not finished. You have this.
Sorry.
Okay, so Ambrose, looking at Dangote Cement,
okay,
have they started the buyback, or is it smart money that is actually coming to that stock?
Yeah, like your question is very intelligent question. I said it before that because of that news of buyback, they've not specified the date they are signing the buyback. Don't forget that they approved the buyback for last year in their annual meeting for last year, and they came to buyback around December last year. So for me, they've not given date now, but it's another way of them managing their share price to support that. People are taking position already. Yes, so they can buy back to now ahead of that, because when they buy back, they cancel it. Consider that we expect that the one they bought in 2020 to even affect their earnings positively. Once that one is deducted from their share in issue, they have fewer shares that that will divide their earnings to become better. And that is what they want to. They want to sustain the price up, like what I mentioned, that even what is happening in NTN, in Nestle, is for them to manage their price, and that will sustain the market of this year too. For me, if you want to buy into Dangote Cement, this is not the right time, because Dangote is not the dividend paying company. Look for those that will pay dividend and come back to that stuff, because I know they've not given date of the buyback, but it's possible that it's going to be towards the end of the year again. But their numbers will also guide you. Don't sell out everything there, but if you are there, you can sell half and come back and trade other ones that are going to play it and go back again. But if you are not there, don't just worry yourself. Once you can finish, you can go back there and stay, because I believe it should also be toward the end of the year. But I'm not in their board, but that's the way I think they should play. We're coming with that information at the end of their the AGM for 2020, which was held this year. Says that they also want the price to be sustained in that trend. And also it's possible that they can be doing this every year in the next 5 years, just to manage their price and also reduce the share in issue, so that the price of the stock will remain up and the earnings will be strong enough to support the price.
Okay. But at 200 and something, it appears it's above their book value.
No, if you look at their book value for Dangote, you won't buy that. But their book value is not above, it's around either 50 or 70. If you look at their book value, you look at the capacity, the book value alone will be discouraged. Look at what they're talking about and the earnings to support their payouts. If the earnings are supporting their payouts, that's what. If you look at the book value for stock like Nestle, stock like the FTN, stock like Boa, and stock like even this Dangote, you'll be discouraged. You know that they are overpriced. But because they have consistent dividend payouts, investor has confidence. That's why their price is higher than that. For me, in that kind of stock, there are some criteria to look at them, not with their book value.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good morning. Oh, sorry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. How are you, Sam?
I'm very fine. You?
Yeah. Regarding flour mill.
Okay.
Is there still any more potential for flour mills?
Yeah, very, very.
Then with Opomo, what's happening with Opomo? I can see during the week the activities on Opomo was really on the high side.
Yes, I saw it too. You can see that.
And the price movement too.
You know, Okomu is one of the defensive stock. Not only that, the numbers of Okomu has also improved. And don't forget that Okomu before now have done like 2 interim dividends, in the last 5 years. It's possible that people are really envisaging that, they might repeat that trend again. And don't forget that also within the week under review, they released their third quarter forecast, forecast to the market, how the third quarter will look like. Automatically, people have seen where they are going, and that is what is also triggering activities in them. And also, don't forget that before now, that sector numbers have been positive because demand for their product, like I always tell you that, look at where there is demand for their product is high. Even they can't even meet their demand. That's why when you see that kind of stocks, you don't sell as easily. You can sell half because they are stable in terms of to manage your portfolio in terms of defensive. For me, that is what is supporting Okomu. Okomu is not doing badly at all.
In terms of upside, where do you see
the upside?
In terms of the upside,
if they maintain the
is this something can reach 150, 200?
Momentum, if the momentum continue, I see around 140, 150, not 200, 140, 150. Yeah, before the year runs out, 140, 150. 200 is when the market becomes extremely bullish. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Hello, Ambrose.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
I'm with you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, we've been, this week we've seen directors' dealings on Fidelity. I think the other day they bought about the MD bought 30 million units. And later, I think 500,000. Is there any specific news around? Do we have any insider information about Fidelity?
Yeah,
because
it's not the MD. It's not the MD. It's an executive director.
Okay. No, check one. One is the MD.
Okay.
Yeah, before the MD bought, it's the director that bought this week.
Okay, I saw the one for this week. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
no problem.
Actually, if you know that when you see insider dealing in this kind of companies, you see management buying, and it shows that they have confidence in what they are doing. Look at what happened in First Bank. Don't forget that when this MD that had issue bought about 40 million units, since then, the stock has remained a bit stable. Even when they had issue, even when market was coming down, it didn't go into when they had issue, it go as low as 16 naira 85 kobo, it stopped there. But it has been above 7 naira because they are seeing that the people that are charged are taking stake. People are not panicking now. And what Fidelity did now, they said that there's still potential in that company, and their numbers are also supporting what we expect from them. If you compare their numbers and what they are paying out with some companies in that study, some other companies that I think that Fidelity is even good for some investors that have different investment projects. For me, going to do bond is for them also to have more capacity to do a lot of activities in their learning field and all those stuff. For me, I see Fidelity fundamental and going forward a better stock to go if you are there. You want to buy, this is also a good price. But Fidelity is not an interim dividend paying stock. That means if you are buying today, you need to also wait toward the end of the year. You can see what is happening in those that are not in the dividend paying stock, especially stock like UCAP and Africa Prudential, is because market has seen that their payment has become something that they have come to fall in love with. And the performance coming from UCAP has also sustained the price. That means if they maintain that tempo in UCAP, people, even though they're going to pay at the end of the year, people already take position now to wait for that end of the year, because when the results come as positive, it's going to impact the price even to touch possible 10 naira or even 8 naira, 9 naira. People already take position at 6 naira. Personally, I wanted to buy that stock around 480. but I didn't see it at all after when they marked down their dividend. That means, you know, it's a story that the numbers has come to support. Like I told what I said earlier in this discussion, that when you see a company that the price is going upward, steadily rising, and they are making money and earnings is growing, and you see that stock seems to overvalue, it's a stock that you should be buying and be going with that stock because the earnings will come to support the price. Don't forget that I said like today that when you see the divergence between earnings and price, it won't last. Price will look towards earnings, and that is what I'm saying that it's going to happen for many companies, especially once we see their Q2 market will change in what in valuation and in what the political reshuffling. For me, we that are sharing this knowledge, I believe we are becoming better investors, that our portfolios also look up in that direction. That's why we're also putting up the masterclass for the third quarter. That if you come there in that masterclass, how to improve your results, and also confidence. Confidence matters in equity trading. When you don't have confidence, you are guessing. When you lose money, you start, you know, because people want to look money first. If you have that motive of looking money, you are putting in the market, you become emotional. But when you have the knowledge, you have the expertise, you have the understanding at the bottom of your bed, you can invest wisely, and that is what the master class is going to review, how to weigh, I call it a roadmap, you know, to where you can improve what your dividend, your trading result, and your confidence. Once that is achieved, and we have about, you know, other two speakers preparing already for that, so that in that 8 hours meeting again, going to review. Even if you look at the result of what I've achieved so far, people that came for the last master class, I will tell you, when I look at that, I smile. I say most of all the treasury bill, whether 90 days or 80 days old, they surprise. And some individual stocks have give more than 20%, 30% return. No, that means if you are such kind of training, you go home smiling, you go home rejoicing because you have got an opportunity to do it. That is what we want to increase our source of income, to apply their money. And that's why I'm looking forward to see all of us in this master class. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, regarding, and I saw ETI. They just released a news about their bond. They just issued recently, I think.
Yeah.
It was oversubscribed by almost by 3.5%.
Yeah.
By 3.5 times.
I saw the information, but I'm not moved with that information from ETI. ETI has been operation, and they've been in most of Africa continent for a while. For good 6 years, ETI has not rewarded investor with dividend. And on that note, even when the price is coming down, income attractive, we trade it not for dividend, and they are not into dividend paying company unless they want to change it to redeem their names or their bad image they are creating for themselves. But if not, for me, I don't see anything attractive in that with that information. But if you're a long-term investor that you want to look for stock that has dividend payment policy and enter. If a company has stayed for almost 6 years, no dividend, I can't put my money until they start paying. Unless for trading, when I see the price down, as a technician, I can buy, but not for dividend purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I just have a suggestion.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I just have a suggestion for the house. Since we are almost, the year is almost half.
Okay.
Just to project and just like do like a demo trading and have like an unstructured maybe mutual fund. You know, normally we do a SUSU savings, 10,000, 5,000. So if you can contribute evenly, and on platform like this, we'll come and decide on which stock. Let's say we are almost like how many people? Almost like 50 people on this platform.
Okay.
Let's say we contribute 10,000, which is a savings, which is like a SUSU, which is like 500,000.
Okay.
We'll put it from now until end of the year. Let's see what it returns. Whatever it returns, we share it evenly because contribution is evenly.
It's very possible.
It's just a suggestion.
Yes, it's very possible. Thank you for that. Thank you very much.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
And it's a way for us playing the market. You understand? So we'll come on this platform weekend, we'll do the analysis, which stocks should we put the money into, invest plug back from now till end of the year. At least people will have little money for Christmas.
No problem. It's a good one. I like that. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Just a quick one from a regulatory aspect.
Okay, go ahead.
Very key.
Very key.
Go ahead. Your suggestion. You know, we are not, that's why I say it's a good suggestion, but you know that we are not a stockbroking firm, we are a research firm. It's just a suggestion, no problem. We are noted. Noted.
No, but Ambrose, I think you're already doing that. For most of us who are in the master class,
yes,
you give us what to buy.
Yes.
You don't ask us to bring the money. You are saying these are the stocks you should go and buy. Yes. Go and buy. By the end of 90 days, let us see the performance.
Yeah.
So just like the one you shared in the Telegram group.
Masterclass.
So if anybody has bought Vitafoam, the person is currently on 40-something%. Yeah, masterclass. Yes. Yeah. On the Telegram masterclass group. If anybody had heeded your advice to buy Vitafoam at $8.50, the person will be swimming in money, 44%. If anybody heeded your advice to buy Eternal Oil, the person will currently be on 40-something%. The same thing with what's it called, Honeywell and the likes. You know, why some are not doing extremely well, some have performed very well. So what you have actually done is you've shielded yourself, given that you're not someone with a license to collect money.
Yeah.
But you have given us knowledge. You've given us knowledge that we should go and... So what you have done is you've taught us how to go and fish, not necessarily giving us the fish.
Yes.
So I think what you're doing is extremely okay. Based on regulation, what you're doing is extremely okay.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Ambrose. The last speaker has spoken very well because regulatory aspect of it is important.
Yes.
But however, I know that you have investment companies that you have partnership or relationship with.
Yes.
What that person has suggested is different from what this last caller is saying.
Okay.
What the person has suggested is like contribution of a pool of fund. Now, you can't do it because you are a research company. You are not a company licensed to do that.
Yeah.
But however, you can introduce, this company, they are a stockbroking firm. If they are stockbroking firm or investment company, we can go through them in that respect.
Okay.
You know, as these are people from Invest Data, and they want to do so and so thing. Can such kind of thing, done, knowing fully that this company is a reputable company and at the same time an investment company. Where when we discuss, they'll say, those that have this, let's buy this stock. At the end of the year, you look at the number of the people, their names and all that, and decide, we are selling and we are or we are distributing the profit or something like that evenly. I think that's what the other person is speaking about.
No problem. We'll sit down and harness everything and come out with a position. Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Good one. Thanks. Yeah. Any other question?
Yes, the PSET. The year end is May 31st, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
And if we look at the year to date, the third quarter, we saw a little improvement compared to what happened in third quarter 2020. I think we have 26 kobo versus a negative of 89 kobo.
Yes.
Considering the actual third quarter results, not cumulative.
Yeah.
What is your advice on this?
No,
taking cognizance of value investor, not the day trader.
Okay, for long-term investor, value investor, I see potential in that company. I won't lie you, because they are kind of trying to invest into farm business, which is they're already even going far in it. If that start manifesting in no distance time, we'll start seeing the impact of that kind of investment. Also, don't forget that with the sale of their asset they did last year, we're supposed also to see a better number also coming. If that is also cumulative, I just said, like one item, one-off item, that also boosts their performance, and that also lead toward a good dividend that is not too big. But don't forget, I said that most of these companies that have major foreign investors, they are companies that anytime events can change for them. When the foreign investor decide to look back and say, instead of me taking my profit back, let me increase my stake here, they create liquidity for that company, and also it's a sign of confidence they have in the company where they are, and also the economy. If that is happened in Guinness, in Nigeria, I see also happening in most of the companies where we have a major foreign participants, the of direct investor, that kind of company. For me, PZ, if you are there already, hold your position. like those in the buy and sell signal that enter PZ around 380 for naira, they are still waiting because already 6 naira. Those are for long term. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you, but the background is very noisy.
I just heard that noise. So let me see what I can do on that background. Let me check who's making that noise. Okay, the network is a bit somehow today. Okay, yeah, like what I was saying before the network had issue. For me, I see potential in.
Yeah, we can see that.
I see potential in PZ. If you are there, don't panic. Just hold your position, especially for value investor and long-term investor. For traders, you have entered at 4 naira. This is time for you to cash out, take your profit. Yeah. Okay. Another question? Another question additional to this one? Hello.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the last one, the Red Star. Hello, Ambrose.
Yeah.
Yes, Red Star released their forecast.
Forecast, yes, I saw it. Yeah.
I think that is the first quarter or second quarter forecast. Yes.
Second quarter.
If that is not the cumulative, if that is just the actual second quarter, what do you think about? Yeah, what do you think about Red Star with respect to that forecast?
No, I've said it on this program that Red Star should be one of the companies to benefit from this COVID-19 driven online business, because most of the companies are now they are online shopping and they drop their product here and there. And after the right issue, they invested heavily on value this is a value chain for moving perishable goods to preserve it so that they are moving from far distance. That investment, I believe, when they start yielding more money for them, that yielding result, we should expect a better number for Red Star. And don't forget that in this kind of economy globally, the Korea-related business are the ones that their numbers are even looking up. But I'm surprised that that number from Red Star for a while has been struggling. But if we are seeing a kind of improvement from what focus I just saw, going forward to the future is good for people to take advantage now. But I don't see them paying good dividend for this financial year and that will end there, unless they want to look into their
No, they're not going to pay because their earnings was
yes, unless they want to go into their reserve. But from the numbers, I don't see them paying something. But for the future time, as we are seeing, there's potential for that company. For as you just said, for those that are thinking long, that are value investors, I see that the more we're driving, digital economy, this online business demand, and if the insecurity in the economy in the country reduce, farmers start coming back to farm again. The approach is to move some perishable goods from far distance to here, and that will also give them money. For me, it's a good one for Red Star. But if a long-term investor, fine. But for traders, just keep calm yet. When we see a move technically, we'll also let you know on this platform to jump in.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Ms. Ambrose. What's your position on UACN?
UACN is about to, I think they are marking down very soon, either next week. For UACN, I expected to move to around 12 naira. For the market didn't react to that direction to move it to that level. For me, if at this point take your bonus, that they're giving in risk, and then you want 20 kobo, and let's watch. I believe now they've sold the property to custodian investment. They should breathe out now and see a better activities now that they have a vibrant management in that organization. Let's expect that they'll be turned around. But if you are not there at this point, because I believe yesterday was the qualification day for the dividend, and they mark down the 14th, which is on Monday. If if that should get, just wait after the mark down before you buy. Let those that are taking dividend take their dividend. When they mark down, you can jump in. We expect that their second quarter results will also look up, because their company in terms of cap, in terms of livestock, they are not doing badly. That also reflects because they are almost 75% owners of flour livestock, and also their major stakeholder also in CAP, and now CAP is expanding their activities and their, you know, for me, let's sort of watch and see what happened there.
I think qualification day for USN is Monday 14th.
14th. Okay, is it the markdown
yes.
for Sunday?
Okay, I don't know, but that's the qualification date.
Okay. Yeah.
14th.
Ambrose, if you check the first quarter result of USN, it wasn't quite impressive.
No, it was a mixed number.
Yes. Once they mark down, if anybody wants to buy, it should wait, because I foresee you, except it will gather positive sentiment. I foresee USN price coming down, except those who had it before. The long-term investors can hold on. But for one to jump in to buy immediately after markdown, I think the price may still tank low later.
Okay. No, technically, when they mark down, it will give you a sign to know whether it's likely to go. Because, like I said, you don't catch a falling knife. Once they mark down, you see they're going to, like what happened in the Stanbic. Stanbic marked down that same day, it gained back that same day again. There are people already waiting for that kind of stuff, because the shareholding structure in Stanbic is different compared to other banks. And their share issue is very small. Like I said, if you are Stanbic, you don't need to sell. But for like stock like USC now, for me, I don't see also going down badly, because I see that once they mark down, it's become attractive. I think that we are expecting the second quarter, you know, in July. But let it mark down, let's see how it will respond in the chart. We will not know what to do. We will know how to advise. No problem. Thank you very much, sir.
My take, I think I agree with Chief Okun. My take is their profit after tax quarter on quarter was abysmal.
Okay.
Now, let us also not forget that the reason why they are paying 1 naira 20 kobo is because of the special dividend of 55 kobo.
Yes.
Special dividend will not come this financial year. They will not continue to sell their property every year. So if you ask me, I will judge USCM based on the 65 kobo that they are paying. Assuming they pay 65 kobo again this year, that is basically what I will judge them by. And going by their profit after tax, yes, it will. It will. It will crash below 9 naira.
Let's watch and see.
We'll help it. We'll help it come down.
No, the technicians will shine their eyes. Let's see where it can find support levels. Technicians in the house, let's see where the support level will be. No problem at all. Okay. Okay, on this note, we'll be running off the class today. Is there any question? Because it's already after 1. Let's be running off class today. Then also...
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Okay.
Is there any updates on Wando?
Update on Wando? Yes, for Wando, there is no update as speak now, but everything is still in order. But they are working on the meeting. But just hold on. Once I get the update, I will share it on the platform here.
I saw something on the news that PIB bill might be signed before end of June. It might be.
Okay, that would be nice too for the industry. That would be nice for the industry. Okay, you know, it's part of a condition. The World Bank said that if we want to achieve that 1.84 growth, we need to also, you know, reform that oil sector, and it's good. You know, okay, let's see how it goes. For any information on Wando, I will share it on this platform. Yes, like asked for good stock for this week. I said I will share it towards the end of the meeting. For me, we shared that we should take position in Flour Mill, MTN, and Union Bank last week. And Union Bank again last week, we are still expecting that it should go up. For Flour Mill, we are holding. For MTN, we are holding. The only stock I want us to add to that portfolio for those in this group is Me and Baker. Is there by Me and Baker is good, and also those that also want that already in Honeywell should hold your position. That is for this week. Well, if you are not in Flour Mill, you are still go ahead and buy, because Flour Mill, if you get Flour Mill between 29 and 31, to exit at 35 naira is still a good buy for short-term traders. But for investors in Flour Mill, hold on. If you want to buy for dividend, you can go ahead and buy. I expect dividend because they paid 1 naira 40 kobo for their last year dividend. And now, as our third quarter, they're having 3 naira 89 kobo already. And I see at the end of the year, we're expecting a full year EPS around 420, 430. If that is achieved, dividend of 2 naira or 210 is possible from Flour Mill. And if that's announced, market will respond to it. because of the nature of the company and industry where it operates. Knowing that the company is highly diversified, it's a kind of a conglomerate on its own. For me, I see that stuff coming up when the result is announced. That means if you are there, hold your position. The only new take we are taking this week is for me and Baker. Me and Baker ahead of the quarter results. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir.
God bless you too.
Let somebody round up our meeting for us with a prayer, and I would love a Muslim brother to do so, because a Christian sister prayed for us at the beginning. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Yes, sir.
Very sorry, please. I'm just coming in very late. I don't know that if you talk about CWG. I saw the price have been falling since on Monday.
No, the computer warehouse group. For me, yes. let it find its level. Yes, the way it's going down, we're watching it. For now, there's no positive number from the company to turn around the situation. Let's watch it. Just look away from that company as we speak now.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Yeah. Let a Muslim brother in the house pray for us. Yeah.
Ambrose.
Sir.
Ambrose.
Sir.
What is your How are you?
Very fine, sir.
I'm fine. How do I go about my thing from this Dagonis? Attachment. Yeah.
You're okay. Let's talk after the class. Call me after the class, sir. No problem.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's pray.
Let somebody pray for you. Yeah.
Let's pray.
Go ahead, sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Amen. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Yeah. Have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend, sir.
Nice day.
Enjoy your weekend, sir.
Happy Democracy Day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, so
thank you, Mr. Ambrose.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ambrose.
Thank you,
Mr. Ambrose, thank you. Don't forget me.
Mr. Ambrose, God bless you.
Yeah, thank you. I said it was up now. You didn't call me. I said you call me, man. Okay, let's talk after the meeting.
Okay, I will call you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry that I'm asking this one late.
Hello, go ahead.
Ambrose, where do you hide Alaji?
Alaji is in the house now. Alaji is in the house.
Okay, I didn't check the attendance.
Yes, Alaji is in the house today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alaji, good afternoon. If you are not left.
Yeah, to the house.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Bye. Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah.